And the Pacers with the longest standing ownership in the NBA.
And that's a lot to be proud of for Pacers fans. I mean, Indiana, a state that loves basketball. And the Pacers haven't won fewer than 32 games since 1989. So they're always in the fold in terms of being competitive.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. It's stolen by Oladipo. Now the pass to Young. Outside Bogdanovich. Young, a screen on Green. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. The shot by Turner, no good.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Hill, no good.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Yeah, nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Young with the steal. And they're moving it up. The 11-footer. Bogdanovich, no luck. On defense, Indiana. Hood, the pass to LeBron. The feed now to Green. It's a pick by Love. And Green gets it to go.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Collison kicks to Young. And stolen by LeBron. It's Hill on the wing. He's covered by Collison. Hill dishes to Hood. It's a pick by Love. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Admiring the focus of Hood, knocking down the shot and drawing the harm as well.
And Rodney Hood played one season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Hood.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
Screen by Young. Here's Oladipo, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without Steve too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
And George Hill with an uptick in scoring in recent years. Smitty, do you like that mindset?
You know, I do, Kevin, especially for him. He's not a pure point guard as far as vision, but he's an efficient scorer. Putting up points is the best way for him to impact the game offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Hill. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low. But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Both free throws good from Hill. And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
It's a pick by Love. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Hill. And that one hits back iron. The Pacers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. Turner with the screen. The drive by Collison, so the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
First free throw is good.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Collison hits them both. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Green kicks to LeBron. Changes up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know he's a perennial all-NBA first-teamer, but LeBron is also one of the league's top spokesmen.
And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, one of 5 players, Smitty, ever to achieve that.
And last season became the first ever to total 27,000 points, 7,000 assists, and 7,000 rebounds. He's the greatest small forward ever to play this game, in my opinion.
And he knocks down the first one.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Second free throw, no good. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And we think about the Cavs' ability, Steve, to carve up defenses. Top 5 in free throw attempt differential last season.
A reason why is their attacking styles. It also shows their veteran savvy at the other end, not getting baited into cheap fouls.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Turner with a screen on Love. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Love grabs the board. Cavaliers trailing. Hood, the pass to Love. He feeds it to Hill. He kicks it to Green. Green with a screen for Hood. Cleveland moving the ball around. Leaps for it. Love. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That was what we call a brain fart. Not sure what was on his mind with that one.
Me either. Maybe it was just the grind of the game, the constant pressure. Or maybe he's just acting out.
Hill against Collison. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Young.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Oladipo for 3. Green with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's James. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The power of LeBron. Even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game.
One shot.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
You know, Tyronn Lue, a two-time champion as a player with the Lakers, that understanding of what it takes to win it all has laid the foundation for his coaching career.
They grab their own miss. The kick out to Oladipo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Oladipo's got 5 now.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
I'm loving this one. It's been back and forth with these lead changes. It's probably going to just come down who has the ball last.
And Tyronn Lue talked about his breadth of experience as a player. He said, I won titles. I also played in the worst team in the league. I've done it all.
Also, Kevin, to add to that, he's been a starter. He's been a bench player. He's missed time with injury. That helps when he's trying to relate to his players because he's been there and has been through everything and whatever they're going through.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And you can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Stevenson's checked in for the Pacers. Collison dishes to Young. Pass to Turner. Over Love. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Here's Hill. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
Unfazed by the D. George Hill firing away with confidence.
Collison against Hill. Collison, no good.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Hill against Collison. Inside, here's James over Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And while the low post game has lost favor, the high post is still prime turf for a lot of big men. They love to hang out there and do their job. Who do you think are some of the guys who live on the elbows like that succeed?
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, I think, is one of the best in the business. Blake Griffin is a guy who plays well at that position. They're comfortable. Mark Gasol, Greg Monroe, Anthony Davis, and Karl Anthony Towns. Those guys play all over the floor, but they're very comfortable at catching at the elbow. And you know what? As a big guy at that elbow, if you can show shot, one dribble, you're right at the rim.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Turner. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Oladipo. And both free throws good for James.
And for Cleveland, repeat or no repeat, just having that first title still resonates. A city no longer defined by sports futility.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Here's Joseph. Lock at 6. Passes it to Collison. Over Hill. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. That one on Hill.
I mean, you can see it. He's way out of sync. It's been this way all quarter for him.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Collison. Hangs. Sabonis with the bucket. Sabonis has got his first points in this one.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's LeBron. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Joseph sets a screen for Stevenson. Young outside. There's Sabonis. He's guarded by Love. Count the basket. And so it's Cleveland with it. Love with the screen on Collison. Here's the screen. That's a pick by Love. Hill kicks to Korver. The dish to James. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 12 in the game.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Joseph, the pass to Young.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And he can't get the first one. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Hill. The Pacers also with a sub. Robinson's checked in for Darren Collison. And he sinks the second. Here's James. 12 points for him. Inside. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
They set the pick. Shot clock at 3. A 3 from Stevenson. Young on the follow.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? James, a screen on Joseph. Nance, a screen. Back to Smith. Pass to Clarkson. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's Young on the wing, covered by LeBron. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Young's got 5 points so far. Clarkson dishes to Nance. LeBron outside. Back to Nance. In the corner, it's James. And there's the call on James. That's his third foul of the game.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Booker, he's checked in for Indiana. Clarkson against Joseph. There's a screen by Robinson. Shot by Joseph, no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for LeBron.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Korver against Robinson from 13. Korver, good. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's a screen. And Joseph kicks to Booker. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Joseph.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Clarkson. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. James outside. Nance sets a screen for Korver. Nance a screen on Robinson. And again, Kyle Korver. Korver's got his second basket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Stevenson with it. Over Smith. And that one's good by Stevenson. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, up by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table. And we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Clarkson is out there with J.R. Smith. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Green, and it's Love in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Joseph against Clarkson. Over in the corner, Green. Love with the screen for Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you look back for J.R. Smith, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but Do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. You know, Steve, it seems like players are getting more leeway to shoot, but the one thing coaches cannot stand are turnovers. That's been universal. And for the beginning of the game, talk about how you can cut those turnovers down.
I think for a lot of players, they have to come in and really start to go back to study film. That could definitely cut down turnovers. Next, I think it has to be something that really, it hurts you. I think a lot of guys turn it over and they're like, when we get into the next play, you got to turn the basketball over and it has to hurt you. And then I think also a lot of guys make the simple play. Don't go for the fences. Go for the bunts, the singles, and if a guy's open, just give it to him in stride versus trying to create a play. A lot of guys sometimes over-dribble and overthink, just make the right basketball play.
And keeping your focus, I would think, too, just like in anything in regular life, keeping your focus on something has got to be just imperative.
And communication, you said it right. You focus, communication, that will cut down turnovers.
He misses the free throw. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And Smitty, Kevin Love has weathered a surprising amount of criticism over the years. In Minnesota, he put up big numbers, but they said he wasn't a winner. Then he goes to Cleveland, and they say, you know, what's happened to those big numbers?
You're right. It's a catch-22. Really not fair. Last season, I think he answered all those questions. He did it all, a 20-10 contributor on an elite team.
Here's Stevenson, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Clarkson passes to Green. Love outside. Dishes to Smith. Here's Korver for three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Korver's got 7 points in the game.
Good D, but Korver with the quick release.
And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. Here's Stevenson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for him.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of that guy when he's shooting it from deep. Bogdanovich looks good every time it leaves his hands.
They double him with Green. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Stevenson.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Now Clarkson. Love with the screen on Joseph. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Going the other way.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Pacers trail by 3. Turner with a screen on Love. There's the pick. Joseph. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard. He's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. You know, Smitty, you had a long career. What was it, 14, 15 seasons you played for the Spurs, who've led the way on resting players and certainly extending their careers.
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but it's hard for me because I look at it as from a fan standpoint. When I played and now, you know, you have that kid and his dad coming to the game, and he doesn't get a chance to see that star player. And a lot of times there's 2 or 3 guys that sit out. I understand the rest is needed because it's a long term, but I wish guys could find a way, and coaching staff and organization, maybe have rest days as far as practice, but let the guys play because kids want to see their stars play.
Right, but in the middle of your career, are you thinking, hey, I want to play long term so this rest is good? Or are you saying, forget the rest, I want to play?
I just want to play. I mean, I think one thing is I never thought about long term. I just wanted to play the game that was in front of me, the practice that was in front of me, the preseason game that was in front of me. You just wanted to play.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now, here's Clarkson. Feeds it to Love. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Turner. Sabonis kicks to Joseph. On the wing, Turner. And stolen by Love. And here's Clarkson. Green, the screen. Love with the screen for Clarkson. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Joseph with a screen on Clarkson. Right side, Turner. Over Love. The shot by Turner, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Love outside. Back to Smith. Outside, Green. It's a pick by Love. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Turner. Guarded by Green. Indiana again missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Outside Korver. And the three ball is good. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
His second make from beyond the arc this quarter after hitting none in the first.
And Joseph kicks to Oladipo. Back to Joseph. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Joseph's got himself on the board with three there.
Trading threes. It's a little bit of that mano-a-mano right now.
You know, I can't lie. It's fun to watch. Gets the players going and the fans.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
A different look now for Cleveland. LeBron comes in for Green. Rodney Hood subbed in for J.R. Smith. Indiana also making some changes. Young comes in for Sabonis. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Korver, no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. The kick out to Oladipo. Turner with a screen on Love. That shot misses, and Cleveland will come the other way. James outside, and they double him up with LeBron. Clarkson kicks to Korver. Drops in the tray. Korver's got 13 points.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
There's a good screen, and there's the pass to Turner. And the rejection by Love.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Oladipo with the double team. Korver kicks to James. Love with the screen for James. Here's Korver for three. The shot, no good. Ready by Bogdanovich. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Oladipo, and stolen by Hood. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos, and what a play it was. Here's Bogdanovich. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. 8 points for him.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
Clarkson kicks to Hood. Here's Clarkson. He's got 6. Lets it go from 11. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A wide open look here for Oladipo. And Indiana, another 3.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
In the corner, it's James. To the inside, here's Clarkson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists in the game. And the Pacers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Pacers trail by 7. Collison kicks to Oladipo. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Osman. He's guarded by Stevenson. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Willing to do whatever it takes to win, LeBron sacrificed his body on a nightly basis.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. There's the pick. Here's Stevenson. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Hill. The rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Oladipo. Again, Oladipo missing.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held him back.
Hood kicks to Hill. LeBron sets the screen for Hill. James against Young, and stolen by Booker. Right side, Collison. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Nance a screen on Booker. Hill kicks to Nance, and Nance slams it in.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Collison dishes to Oladipo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Oladipo's got 10 points in the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
Pacers trail by 7. Oladipo outside. Young outside. 5 on the clock, to the middle. Booker. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
James against Young.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches
for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
The feed to LeBron. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
Collison with it. He has 7. Oladipo outside. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half. You guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We was going to keep on playing our game, keep on trusting the system, and, we're getting great shots. Got to keep it up.
Kyle, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, Ernie, the first half belonged to the chosen one. LeBron James controls every facet of the game. No one, and I repeat, no one imposes their will on the game like LeBron James.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
And now, folks.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. What can you say? LeBron James, what an... Pacers trail by 8. On the court right now for the Pacers. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young and Turner up front. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
It's a pick by Love. Over in the corner, Green. Drops in the tray. Green's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Cavs.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The drive by Collison. Young with no one around. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Oh, okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And there's that signature burst. LeBron able to finish with a hand in his face.
He's had 7 tries at the line, made 5. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Oladipo left side. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Hill. Good work defensively by Turner.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
And Oladipo kicks to Young. The rebound by Kevin Love. The Cavaliers leading by 11. James outside. Green with a screen on Collison. The drive by Hill, and that one drops for him. Hill's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. Bogdanovich with a screen on James. Here's Collison. Indiana again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hood and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2.
It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
The first free throw is good. And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities.
Both free throws good from Hood.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
Turner passes to Young. They need this. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Pacers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Hill dishes to LeBron. No good that time. Good D by Bogdanovich. Pacers trail by 13. Collison with it. He's picked up by Hill. Nailed from three-point land. Oladipo's got 13.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
James in the post. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots. Timeout called the Pacers.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Back to Oladipo. The tray. No good. And Cleveland the other way now. LeBron left side. Down low. Turner with the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Young. The Cavaliers pull it in. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Green. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oladipo against Hill. Here's Turner. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Green, the screen. Love with the screen for James. Hill kicks to Hood. Cleveland moving it around. 6 to shoot. They get the rebound. Love can't hit. Pacers trail by 10. Outside Bogdanovich. Over James. And he overshot that one, missing.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
The drive by Collison, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Indiana, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Darren Collison. Collison hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Green, the screen. Love with the screen on Collison. Hill kicks to Love. Shoots the 3. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Pacers trail by 8. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got 15.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
It's a pick by Love. Takes the 13-footer, and the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Young's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 6. Now Hill. He's got 6. Outside Green. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Tries to snap the cold streak. James, no good. Pacers trail by 6. Outside Bogdanovich. And he banks in the layup. 10 points for him.
And you got to appreciate the determination that Bogdanovich showed there. When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to finish at the basket.
Here's Hood. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 7 points for Rodney Hood. Indiana's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And the Pacers call time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And some changes here for the Pacers. And Stevenson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for Oladipo. Now here's Joseph. He dishes it to Collison. Screen by Young. Jumper off the screen. Count that one. And the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Darren Collison.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Love with the screen for Hood. Over Joseph. Rebounded by Collison.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
That's good from Joseph on the assist by Collison. Now just a 1-point Cleveland lead. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the Cavaliers call time here. And Corey Joseph, a 6'3" combo guard out of the University of Texas.
I love him. He's a nice backup at either guard position. His three-point shot is rounding into shape, a pretty good passer, and he avoids careless turnovers.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Nancy's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for Jeff Green. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Hood. And it's Clarkson in for George Hill. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Clarkson passes to Nance. There's a good screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Here's Sabonis. James covering. And for three, Collison knocks down the three ball. Collison's got 9 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's LeBron. Outside for Korver. And another miss by Cleveland. Indiana's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here. Booker's checked in. And here is Joseph. He has 6. Here's the screen. Booker is screen on Clarkson. Up off the screen, and the dunk by Booker.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan. Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Nance sets a screen for Smith. Stolen by Stevenson. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Cavaliers trail by 6 to the right side. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Nance a screen. Clarkson kicks to Smith. He feeds it to LeBron. Will it go? And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Near the three-point line, it's Joseph. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Smith dishes to Nance. Korver kicks to Clarkson. Cleveland moving the ball around. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Korver.
That's Kyle's bread and butter. He's a big-time outside threat.
And Joseph kicks to Booker. Korver against Collison. Got a piece of it. James the pass to Clarkson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And that one misses. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the Pacers. And he's good on the second. Indiana leading to the left side wing. And stolen by James. For the tie, and the jumper is good. LeBron's got 28.
What we can't talk about enough with LeBron, the tremendous body control. You see it there on the pull-up.
Robinson down low. Nance on him. Stevenson outside. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive attitude Stevenson brings to the table. He's not going to sit back and settle for jump shots. If he can attack the basket, he will.
James kicks to Nance. Now here's LeBron. He's covered closely.
I mean, LeBron is blessed with every physical advantage. I don't know how you stop him without fouling.
And the free throw stats there, 6 of 8 shooting, so 75% so far. Free throw good, LeBron. Both free throws good from James. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. Joseph against Clarkson. Joseph dishes to Booker. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
James, the pass to Smith. Smith sets the pick for Korver. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Clarkson kicks to LeBron. And they double up James. And stolen by Booker. Stevenson drives in. It's stolen by Korver. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. And it's in there. Korver's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
Kyle Korver is dangerous in transition. He has a quick release.
Robinson sets a screen for Joseph. Here's Stevenson. Off target on the 15-footer. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Green is out there with J.R. Smith. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Nance, and it's Korver in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. It's stolen by Oladipo. And then Oladipo with the jam.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Clarkson kicks to Smith. Nance a screen on Stevenson. Clock at 6. Up off the screen. And Nance with the layup.
With the defense looking for JR to shoot it, he makes the extra pass right there.
Booker with the screen for Oladipo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shot.
The first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Smith for 3. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. Back to Joseph. Pass to Stevenson. The Cavaliers pull it in. Korver's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Oladipo. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one. Oh,
okay,
wow.
Okay.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Smith dishes to Nance. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Nance. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Oladipo kicks to Joseph. There's a screen. Here's Stevenson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pacers lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Smith against Stevenson. Back to Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And another miss by Cleveland. Pacers leading by 3. And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Booker in the post. Covered by Nance. Again, Indiana. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Nance a screen. Here's Clarkson. He kicks it to Green. Nance sets a screen for Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Both free throws good from Green.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Joseph, the pass to Oladipo. Back to Joseph. To the middle. There's Sabonis. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Strong move at the rim. Overpowers the smaller defender.
Clarkson kicks to Korver. Nance, right side, over Booker. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Nance.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them, late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
It's stolen by Korver. And here we go, fast break. Korver's got it. Goes up, and Nance slams it in.
The gravity of Kyle Korver drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And Joseph kicks to Oladipo. On the wing, Booker. Passes to Joseph. There's a screen. Shoots from the elbow, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Shooting two.
That one is off. LeBron, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And he's good on the second.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Clarkson kicks to Green. He nails it, and we're tied up.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Here's Oladipo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Oladipo's got 12 points here in the second half.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half, just taking what the defense allows.
Clarkson kicks to LeBron. Back to Clarkson. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 5th assist in this one. For Indiana, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7. Oladipo against Korver, and it's Oladipo with the jam. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, and no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Nance a screen on Joseph. Clarkson kicks to Korver. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Indiana trailing here. Now the dish to Joseph. They set the pick. Oladipo against Korver. Stevenson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Stevenson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
In the corner, Nance with it. Outside, Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. The free throw drops for Jeff Green. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. Rodney Hood comes in for Kyle Korver. And George Hill's subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Trevor Booker. Young comes in for Sabonis. Bogdanovich is checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. And both free throws good for Green. Pacers have gone on a tear here in the 4th. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Young from outside sinks the triple. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's LeBron. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And what do you do with LeBron on the loose and coming at you full speed? All you can do is foul him.
No good on the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Indiana leading. Outside Collison. Kicks it to Oladipo. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And you can just see the confidence level growing with each shot that he's made. That's now 5 of 5 here in the fourth.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. It's a pick by Love. James with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And they double him up with LeBron. And a wide open look for Hood. That 3 off the mark.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. Pass to Oladipo from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Hood dishes to Green. Oladipo against Hood. 6 on the shot clock. High arcing shot. The shot no good. Nice D from Oladipo. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Oladipo's got the lead up to 6 now for Indiana. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Young with the steal. And here we go with Collison running it up the court. Here's Oladipo. Great D that time from Green. The Cavaliers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Hood kicks to Hill. It's a pick by Love. Hill passes to Green. 5 to shoot. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Indiana. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Collison kicks to Turner. Turner with the screen. Oladipo dishes to Turner. The baseline J off the mark.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Feeds it to Love. On the wing, James. Moves back up. The putback. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Pacers leading by 6. And stolen by Hood. He's got a clear path for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
When this team is looking for a bucket, they turn to Rodney Hood. Just a remarkable player who's ready to score at any moment.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Young. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's LeBron. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. LeBron's got 32 points.
When you need a big bucket, keep it in his hands. LeBron lives for this one.
Here's Turner, buried from 15 feet out.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
Yeah, he has the height to shoot over most any defender and the touch to make it with consistency.
Hill kicks to Hood. Love with the screen for Hood. Over Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Green. Good, and the assist goes to James. 14 points for Jeff Green.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
There's the pick. Turner with the screen. Over Love. The shot by Turner, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3 to the inside. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Turner with the screen. Oladipo for 3, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
Yeah, he needed a ladder there. Terrible judgment as to how high and how far he could reach.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
George Hill, you know, he's one of the more versatile guards we have in the game. He can defend ones or twos, one of those players who can fit in on any team in the league.
And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're behind by 1. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here. But we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 1. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 45 seconds left in the game.
What poise by Hood, calmly draining the shot at a crucial time.
And here are the Pacers now. Collison with it. Turner with the screen. Collison kicks to Oladipo.
He has done everything possible to keep his team in this one. What a performance from him.
Timeout called, Cleveland. .26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich against LeBron. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Green. Right between the eyes. And the Pacers call time here. They trail by 3. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it, in a contested three, never an easy shot.
Seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Three shots.
So the first of 3 is good, and that brings them within 2 here. The second one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that ties the game up.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. Good. And that's 15 points for Thaddeus Young.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Love with the screen on Collison. It's a pick by Love. Outside, Green. There's the pass to LeBron. Clock at 6. It's a pick by Love. The 3. Green, no luck. The Pacers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And Hill over to help. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. And there's the feed to Oladipo. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. The Cavaliers on offense. Hood, the pass to James. From deep. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And so here is Indiana. Outside Turner. Turner with a screen on Hood. Turner with the screen. And stolen by Hood. Fast break, here they come. And the wide open shot from Green. Connects from three-point range. Green's got 20 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Collison against Hill. Collison kicks to Turner. Shot clock at 5. Oladipo with the ball. Picked up by Love. Leaner from distance. And James pulls it down. James has got 6 rebounds here tonight. We're in overtime if you just joined us. 2.5 minutes through it. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the first one drops. And Jeff Green drops them both. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Collison dishes to Young. Over in the corner, Turner. Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Over James. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And that's 12 points for Bojan Bogdanovich. They set the screen. That's a pick by Love. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
One of the best finishers this league has ever seen. LeBron with another inside.
Free throw good, James.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Screen by Young. Turner with the screen. Here's Bogdanovich. Hangs home the trifecta.
You cannot disrespect the shooting ability of Bogdanovich. When it's an important point in the game, they're looking for him.
Bogdanovich against James. Green, no luck.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And the basket by Collison.
Further proof that you can't leave anyone in this league that wide open.
Hill with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Pass to James. Over Bogdanovich. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 on their three-point shot since we started overtime. Something they might want to stick with. Turner with the screen. Screen by Young. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. Off the screen. Money!
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 52 seconds left in overtime. Hood kicks to James. Pass to Hill. LeBron against Bogdanovich. Yes!
Your go-to guy in these situations. LeBron has been here before plenty of times.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Collison kicks to Turner, and so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
Here's Collison. It counts, and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
That's getting it done. He's turning it up a notch now that things are getting heated.
free throw good from Collison. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Hood kicks to Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within two here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that will put them up by two. So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a three can tie it now.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 3. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. James has a two-pointer. Tips it up. And Oladipo pulls it down. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Here's James. Now Love. This one for 3. He's off on that one. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man, experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.